Oh, starting the show a little bit early because I wasn't sure if my camera was working. What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday morning and welcome. Welcome, one and all, to Wake and Base. And if it's not morning wherever you are, happy whatever time of the day it is. It's a little bit overcast where I am and a little bit technical difficulty-y. I spoken to the ether earlier this week that I was feeling like my GoPro, which has been how you've been seeing me for these last 6 or 7 years, however long I've been doing this, has finally started dying and randomly turned off just 2 minutes ago. So we will see how long the camera makes it through here. So if I disappear randomly in the show, know that it's not because I just viciously wanted to pick my nose and not be seen. It's because I've had technical difficulties. I don't know why I chose that specific imagery for y'all to have, but I did. One thing to wrap up real quickly here that was just something from last week, or actually 3 weeks ago. I had mentioned to you guys that I was up for a job, and I finally heard back on the results of that, and I didn't get it. No, it's not that big a deal. It's all good. But thought I'd let you guys know, and I'm going to start focusing more on the channel again. So, after the stream this morning, we're going to do a little bit of tabbing. So we'll either finish up the tab from 2 weeks ago, because I'm such a lazy little dumpster man that I still haven't finished that. Might even start on a new one, get some suggestions from what you guys are thinking, all that kind of good stuff. So, without further ado, let's jump right in and talk about who we are looking at today. We're looking at Yoshimi Iwasaki. This is her, I want to say 7th or 9th studio album called Wardrobe. Very cool looking jacket there. I like the Letterman's jacket with the musical note. 8th note for those of you who are interested. Yeah. I've just listened to little snippets of this. Sounds really, really good. But the reason this was brought up to me, and let's see if I dox everybody on Discord. Get out of here. Okay. Is we have a Discord member who just joined recently. Yeah, I believe it was a longtime viewer, first-time caller named, well, I've got Discord streamer mode. Oh, here we go. Dola Bilio. I can't see your name. Anyway, it's a dude in a cool hat. Hello, man. Welcome to the group. Welcome to the channel. And he had given us a suggestion of checking out Wardrobe because the producer of this album is Tetsuji Hayashi. This is a cat, here he is right here, that we have talked about quite a bit in the past in terms of albums that he's been a part of. And you can see he's got tons of stuff on his own. One of the things that I really like is that he did movie soundtracks. And I think he did, yep, here you go, Dragon Fist. Good old Jackie Chan movie. So he did a lot of production work on that and wrote songs. So these are just his releases. If we look at credits, this is what we're really looking for. So writing and arranging. Let's see if we can get into the golden era here. Boom, Junko Ohashi, already off to a great start in my book, personally. Ooh, don't spill my Wake and Base coffee on myself. Mariah Takeuchi, wonderful choice for everybody there. Looking for other people, there's Junko Ohashi. Mariah again. Let's see, who else do we have here? This is all just 1980. There's Tetsuji Hayashi's album, which is a pretty dope album right there. Anyway, you guys get the point. It's he's got a very super prolific career and a ton of success. And I wish there was a way to sort these by success or by release so we could see how many times they were released. There probably is. Maybe I'll look through here and try to figure that out. But who we're looking at here today is Yoshimi Iwasaki. Let's listen to the first track as I get a little more organized over here, say good morning to everybody, and check to see if the camera's still on. All right, so this first track, and you guys would be so proud of me. I actually did some preparation for this. I'm trying to get my stuff together, just like gather it all together and just get it together. And so I translated all of the tracks because I only knew 3 and a half, plus I know that this means October. It's a little bit I know. So this first track is called Suspense from the Lips. I think that's a good title right there. Starting off very funky. Always a good way with the keys. Maybe a little volume. I like whatever that is. Nice voice. Hey, the man himself is in the chat. Good morning, Dolodo. Thank you for the suggestion. I like that bass line too. Simple. Nice chorus. Nice horns. Oh yeah, that circle of fifths. That's a good little horn stab. Ooh, that's a real good one. City pop stop, baby. Oh, with the punctuation marks in there. This is tasty. I appreciate the restraint to not go into a solo, because I have no restraint. That's why the music I write sucks. That was excellent. Keep it pulled back. Now you got that solo. We'll see if he does a shred solo at the end of this here. Yeah, this is cool. All the pieces are there. And as much as it follows the formula of a kind of city pop, poppy, funky ballad. It's really, really well recorded. It's got good sounds, and it has interesting little nuances. Like, I like the punctuation on the city pop stop with the da-da. Background, pre-chorus. Oh yeah, that bass. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get that second chorus. Alright. This is sweet. This is sweet right here. Very, very well written song. I like it. It's got that funky bass. Simple. Keeping it going with the octaves. Alright, let's see if they go into a solo. Nope. Just the second chorus. Good call, guys. I like it. Suspense in the lips. Very, very cool. Alright. Saying good morning to everybody here. What's going on, Han? Good to see you, homie. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you didn't have to go to work at 6 a.m. What's up, Rhett? Morning, morning. Bobby, what is up? What is up? Hope you're having a good day. Who else we got in here? Right on time. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. What is up, Anna? Yeah, nuts. It's all good. I was like, why are there so many squirrels and nuts on here? Oh, yeah, I remember what I did at the beginning. Okay. Yeah. Riverside Hotel vibes from Han Solo. Now, you see, that's my ignorance right there. I should know what that is. Riverside Hotel. All right, that was our first track right there from Yoshimi Iwasaki. This is Wardrobe. I was kind of being nebulous earlier about what exactly the number album it was. Let's just look. Ring-a-Ding was number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is, in fact, the 9th studio album of, still can't remember her name, Yoshimi Iwasaki. Just happiest photo ever. Still looking pretty happy years later. Good deal. Let's see, how many studio albums does she have? 18. Wow. How far does that go down to? Into 89. All right, a nice condensed career. Got in, got out with 19 albums, and it looks like the last several were maybe anime-based, adjacent, something. Ramna 1/2. That's not correct. This is not Ramna. I don't know what that is. Oh, cool. Very, very cool. So what I'm going to be doing right now is figuring out who's playing all these instruments, because I don't think it's just these two guys. But it's cool to see that Chin Fakang wrote, maybe he wrote all these songs. I want to find the inserts for these, and maybe you guys can help me out if you know any good resources. But while we're trying to figure out those resources, let's go to the next song that is not Hadaway, What Is Love? It was way before that. Not way, but it was before that. This is What's Love. We're going to let this roll in because I think it has some kind of intro here. Bonus points to her and to Tetsuji right there because I love it when you roll smoothly from one track into another track and you keep the music going. And this bass? Which might just be a synthesizer. Slaps. I love it. Riverside Hotel was. Ah. Wasn't this on got that like that crazy guttural guitar sound. It's kind of pre-vocodery. I'm trying to think of how to describe that. This one, not as impressive to me as the first one so far. Although I do like this chorus. I'm liking the movement of this chorus. I like that chord too. I'm just getting a little stagnant there in that end of the verse. Now we got a real bass. And now we got a bass doubling with a synthesizer. The fashion. The fashion is dope. I do like that jacket quite a bit. Alright, let's try to find these musicians. These instruments. Enhance. Okay, that doesn't help. Alright, let's see if I can figure this out. I have to know if this is Jake Concepcion. I don't think it is. My stinky face right here is because I don't like how that saxophone sounds. It sounded very muted. The playing was good, but I mean, it's fine. But, sorry, I'm being spicy this morning. No little C's. No thank you. Let's see what we got here from the chat here. Basically spot here. Yeah. Very good. Han Solo's bringing up the idea that you can, when you hear certain songs, you can tell where the bass is going to go before it goes there. And you know, that's part of the style, part of the formula, but it's also part of good voice leading writing. That sounded really terrible. Voice leading writing. Voice leading is what I'm getting at there. Okay, cool. Now, is this gonna roll into our next track here? No, okay. I think we finally roll out. Okay, so bonus for that, for those first two tracks there. I really liked how they both rolled into each other. That was a very, very nice transition from one to the other, kind of making almost like a little 10-minute song there. That was cool. Now, as we started off here, I thought we got a little bogged down in this end chorus section. We'll just listen to this one more time. Because we got a lot of interesting, like that guitar is super interesting to me. That's my favorite thing. But we're already a minute and a half in here, and then we start cycling back into the lyrics. Now, I admit, I don't know at all what she's saying. So listening to the lyrics maybe, or I'm sure adds a lot of context and helps. But this is not, in my mind, the strongest arrival on a chorus just because it's on your tonic. It doesn't really build much suspension, and then you're going down. Now you're coming up above your tonic. And then you're going to go even higher, up to your 5, and then boom, down to your 1. And so to me, whenever you're having a pop song, I mean, I'm a minor junkie, I'm a bass junkie. I want things to be low and sad. But with this, even in a major sonority, starting and having it on the 1 kind of gives it this everything is perfect, happy-go-lucky quality. There's no tension in the air. Not really for me. It's just, that's my personal taste on it. And then when we got to the saxophone, I was upset at just the mixing. It just sounds so like way in the back. And I don't mean way in the back like it's behind me. I mean back of the mix. Like it's just low and I'm hearing so much of this like that sound that earlier I was like, oh, that's a cool sound, but I don't want to hear it now. You know, I want that to be more of a background feature of the song. Yeah, you just, you know, Tetsuji, I don't want to get on you, my man, because you're so fantastic and awesome. But that's my personal opinion on it. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, do you think the saxophone sounds good, or am I just full of shit? Oh, I got Pavelis. Good morning, homie. This is probably from a while back, hopefully. He's like, these mixes sound great. So, perhaps I'm wrong. I will take it. Let's see here. Curious to, Doladia, the guy who suggested this here, has got a question. Curious to find your secret tunnels hate when Discogs stalls when it comes to credits. Yes, it absolutely sucks when you have to really do a deep dig, but we'll find these people. You can always find that stuff. Povilas has another one. Dude, Alex, we should talk about melody writing in general. What makes it good? Every pro musician interview that I've seen read, the common theme is that there's no way to learn how to write a good melody. Well, you know, there's lots and lots and lots of schools of thought on all of that, and I'm absolutely down to sit down and talk about melody and look at what makes it good, what makes it bad, and just how wide all of those things are and how blurry it is and how you can really do, man, you can do so many different things. But there is a way to structure it and organize it into categories. And especially if we're talking about things like today, if we're talking about melody writing, what is going to be something that's really strong from that first song that I thought was excellent melody writing? Singability. So what do we have here with Wardrobe? Or with What's Love? We've got ba 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 da da. That's what I remember. Let's see. I love you, lovey-dovey. Like, okay, that's fine, you know, cool. But so this is using the chain suspensions. It's got, I can't sing that low. It's using the bass and the vocals to make a different harmony that then resolves, moves apart, resolves, moves apart, resolves. So that motion, chain suspensions, is some of the theory naming of that sound, where you're having a chord, you're holding some part of the chord while you're changing others to make a new chord, then you're moving to something new. It has that quality. Where else do we hear this? Well, let's just super common for now this is different. Yasuha, amazing. No, she's such a strange character because I guess she was a TV host who then had like 1 or 2 huge albums. To this day, biggest video on the channel here is people listen to that. I look over at YouTube Studio, I get 50% more views. You listening to Yasuha over there? What are you doing? Anywho, so what's cool about this from a melody point of view? You've got a lot of movement in the music. So the singer has to do less. She just has to go, ba, and I'm going to hold this note. Now somebody underneath is going to change to this note. Now it's a new harmony. Dum. Now it's still a different harmony. Bum, bum. Still a different harmony. Now I'll move to here. I sound like a crazy person. I love it. What I'm saying is, if the vocalist holds and then the music changes, it makes it sound more interesting than it is, and it's really easy to sing because we're just holding a note. And I'm not talking easy to sing for her. I'm talking easy to sing for us, because a lot of this music, city pop, is designed with that singability in mind. They want you to have fun, enjoy the song, sing back the chorus, have it be something. I forget who said this. I don't know if this. I want to attribute this to Daryl Hall and John Oates, but it might have been some other songwriting group. But think in that kind of AOR vibe, Hall and Oates vibe. He said, when you write the best melody for a song, for a pop song, people will sing. They can sing the last chorus with you the very first time they hear the song. They can tell what's going to happen. They understand the words, or they're clear enough, and they want to sing along. Perfect example, using Hall & Oates, Rich Girl. If you've ever heard that song, you're a rich girl and you're gone too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway. That part comes back multiple times in that song, and there are other sections, don't you know, all this other stuff, but you can tell because they build it up, 'cause you're gone too long, 'cause you're gonna belong. Get ready, everyone. You're a rich girl. And so by the end, the first time you hear that song, you will be singing it by the end. It's perfectly written. It's less than 3 minutes long. People study that song as like the perfect pop song for that genre. If you haven't heard it, go check it out. Rich Girl. I will definitely get copyright dinged immediately for playing it, but it's amazing. Okay, we got to keep going. Let's listen to another track while I catch up here on our chat. And yes, we'll definitely do something on melody in the future, because as you can see, I got many things to say about it. Okay, this song, October Photo Mail. I think we're getting sensitive, everybody. little bit of a buzzy bass there. Interesting choice. That was nice. Oh, we'll talk about. You got good questions, Pavilis here. You're asking so more chord and more melody tension equals better chorus and better music? Yes and no. In this specific genre, it is one option. Think of it like a color. It's like saying, what's the best color to paint? You know, if you say red, it's like, well, why? Why not blue? Why not green? Why not purple? You know? So that's how I think of it with melodies. Hey! Okay, Anna. Thank you so much. You're so nice. So again, talking about mixing. It's a little too much snare. Well, I have headphones on, so I can't really say, you know, it's not fair. She sounds a little drum heavy. I'm such a dumb idiot. I was like, why does Yoshimi Iwasaki seem so familiar? We did her album like a month and a half ago, man. We did Wish. I did not realize who we were listening to. Where's Wish? Isn't that the same person? Am I a fool? Hiromi Iwasaki? Yoshimi Iwasaki. Ah, man. I'm getting confused. Okay, well, here we go. Okay, so you guys are all so wonderful and tolerant of me keeping the music so low when I'm trying to have an idea or I get lost in thought. Let me turn this back up so we can listen to this for just a second longer. Snare, dude. Okay, now let's just take one brief pause for Pavilis. I want to show you, man. What is a cool twist of the writing? We're walking down the bass line here. Let's see here. So what we expect is da 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 da. That's what we're expecting. So let's see what we actually get. How did I know that was going to happen, having never heard this song before? Formula. It was building up to that. So even though I didn't know for sure it was going to happen, I had a feeling. I was like, I think something's going to change. Something is going to be interesting here. What was the interesting thing? New key. We went a half step higher. So, is that good? Great melody writing? Perfect? No, it's a trick. It's just something that can pull on your heartstrings. Think Disney songs. The big climax Disney song of any movie always has a half-step modulation at least once throughout the song. good, but Phil's got a good point. He goes, lol, Tatsuro singable? All men are crying in their falsettos. It's true, but that doesn't stop anyone from trying to sing right on time. Ba-da-ba. It's still fun to sing. Nobody sounds good doing it except for Tatsuro. Sorry, Philip Bailey. You tried. He sounds okay, but doesn't sound as good as Tatsuro. Okay, so wrapping up here, what was this one called? With my little research tab. October Photo Mail. Okay, a cool little ballad. Nice little ballad there. We'll definitely have to get into the weeds of talking about melody construction and harmonic construction, all these kinds of things, how they work together. But just a couple interesting points to listen for today that especially pertain to city pop is this idea of singability, not for the vocalist, but for us, so we can sing along. You know, we're walking through. That's what I've got in my head from the song that we just listened to. So you want to have something simple. You don't want to have something that's like, and I'm on a or like Primus, Tommy the Cat, where you're just kind of word salading into the microphone. So many different approaches. But the discussion earlier where Pavilis was like, hey, is this, you know, if I have more motion and tension in my music and less and more static in my melody, is that good? It's just one approach. So I'm going to reiterate what I was saying kind of over this music here. Asking what's the best way to write a melody is like asking what's the best color of paint to paint with. I don't think that there is a correct answer to that, but there are wrong answers for the situation. If you were trying to be photorealistic and paint a tree and you only use red, you're gonna have a bad time. It's not gonna look right. In the same way as if you're trying to write a city pop song and you want to use really ornate vocalization, vibrato, or not vocalization, embellishment and vibrato on notes. Like, let's say if you had a lyric that was, I really miss you, instead of just doing miss you, you wanted to go, I really miss you. Oh. Like, that's too much, and it's weird. But if you were trying to maybe do something for opera, da 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 ya ya, that makes way more sense. I'm still a bad singer, but if that makes sense of what I'm getting at here, there's things can work in any scenario. In certain scenarios, things work. So it's hard to ever say that this is the right answer, this is the wrong answer. You always have to think of your context of what you're going for in the first place. Hope that makes sense. Okay, cool. But Alex, I don't have synesthesia. I don't associate the 4 note of the key over a 1 chord as a color. I just hear tension because it's a sus4 chord. Yeah, I guess all I'm saying with the color things is you don't have to associate. So for those of you who don't know, synesthesia is it is a neurological condition. I don't know how you say this because I don't want to say disorder because it's not a bad thing for most people, but it is a confusing of the senses or a blending of the senses in the brain that can manifest in many different ways. Like you can hear or you taste sounds. So certain, like if I'm just an example here, this is not a concrete example, but just one. If one person with synesthesia could hear metal clashing together really hard and it tastes like it's sour, and they're like, you know, and it really, to their brain, it is the same as putting lemon juice on your tongue. In this case, synesthetes, musical synesthetes, they hear colors. And you can prove, there are ways to prove that you are a synesthete and on what level of synesthesia you have. There's a really good little website thing that's pretty cool that makes you pick from a color grid over and over when you hear tones. And so you can't really cheat the system because it's pretty cool how it works. Anyway, point is, people can hear colors and it's consistent, and some people compose that way. And a lot of people, when they hear that for the first time, they think, oh, well, that's awesome, and that's why their music is so good, and I'll never be as good because they can hear colors and sounds and music. It's like, no. It's just like perfect pitch. Everybody thinks perfect pitch is the greatest thing ever. No, it's not. Everything is crooked. Everything is crooked. People don't sing in 440 all the time. People don't play in 440 standard tuning all the time. It's all over the place. Orchestras go sharp or flat. Drums, musician, guitar, everybody goes sharp or flat. If you were stuck at 440, the world is crooked to you. Everything's out of tune. So, everything has their pros and cons. But to get back to what I'm saying, no, you don't have to think about this as specifically colors. The idea that I'm trying to get across is that it's hard to say this is how you write a melody perfect, because it's not a question that can be answered because you're not defining your genre. What's the perfect way to write a melody for a country song? Now you can get people in a room and start fighting because you've narrowed it down into a genre. But even then, you're going to have people going, well, what? Are we talking about Dolly Parton country? Are we talking about rockabilly country? Are we talking about just, like a jug singing band? Are we talking... You have to really, really be defined. So I would say, for us, the closest we could get to city pop melody is who do you want to sound like? It's like, how do I write a Tatsuro melody? Okay, well, we can talk about that because he has enough music that we can look and analyze the similar things that he does across the board and start to define his sound. If you go so broad as to say, I just want to sound like city pop, okay, well, there's still a lot of zones you can go there, but now I have to make assumptions that what you mean is I want to sound like city pop I want to sound like the big hits of city pop. Okay, well, what would be the unifying sound of all the big hits? Well, you're going to have, drums in the background, of course. You're going to have some kind of beach, kind of Takanaka style guitar or something of that kind of chick-ta-chick-ta-gum-bun-tick-ta. You're going to have some synthesizer. You're going to have some kind of longing, loving beat. It's like you have a checklist of things that you can go through. But when you're talking about writing just a melody, you really got to pick specifically what you're trying to do there. Then we can talk about all sorts of, different ideas and approaches and things like that. But yeah, man, I'm getting stuck on this. Okay, we're moving on. We're listening to some other stuff. We're going to have another discussion on melody another day because it is a good one, but man, you can get in the weeds super fast. All right, this I've been looking forward to. This song is called Heels and Stadium Jackets, and I have no idea what that means, but it's 3 minutes and 16 seconds. All right, and we get to use the sleigh bells. Now you see, that's good mixing. It's way in the background. You can just barely hear it. I like that. Nice halftime. This would be hard to sing. Even an octave lower. It's like. No, I like that turnaround. Now this is a little. Again, we're hammering that one. Let's just see what we have here. We're in D major. So, I don't know, I'm trying to think of what you would call this specific genre, or this type of song, because now we're talking about melodies, but it really reminds me of Wham, of pick me up before you go, like a yo-yo, you know that song. What I like about this, though, is I love the use of the double time halftime, because we've got that like Pointer Sisters, you know, we're really grooving, going fast, but then they cut it in half. Bah. So it's like we're not having to keep so much hyper, but then, all right, now we're gonna be hyper because it's our chorus. Yeah, having fun. So good songwriting there, and getting in, getting out. Because when you're going double time like that, it makes it seem like we've been doing this a long time. I'm gonna be. If this was 5 minutes long, I don't think we'd be able to do it. But since it's 3 minutes and 16 seconds, and it ends with a nice little horn thing that's just chilling out with us. That was pleasant. That was very pleasant. That's just a fun song. That one I would very much put into the vibes category, where if you're trying to write something in that BPM range and just have, you know, this zone, have fun with it, man. Because like I said, the melody, the you know, that's not really anything. It's nothing earth-shattering there. And just holding that D, that bum 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 bum, doing a real basic walking down. Yeah, fun. And that is not D. That's a C. I was a whole step off there. But very cool song there. That's a fun song. I like that. All right, let's jump back in with the chat here, see what we got here. So my conclusion, this is Pavilas wrapping up the melody, is to use interval leaps to have that certain sound. Absolutely. A big city pop thing is having an interval, or what we call an intervallic leap, starting off your chorus. So this one, that ba ba, or like Blue Night Blue that we just did, Blue Night Blue, or ride on time, da 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 ba da. What else? Most things are going to have an intervallic jump to get into the chorus. So if I'm doing ya da 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 da, I'm giving my best to give an example. It's going up high, then I'm jumping on down. I'm jumping up high to build the tension. I'm out of tune. But you get the idea. Had that been in tune and you could have heard the chords in the back of my head, it would have sounded really cool and made sense. So there we go. Okay. Ooh, Yulian. Oh, no. Yulian. Yulin. I can't see. My eyes are going bad. Everything around me is just falling apart. Thanks for streaming. We'll listen to the rest of the album while driving. Do it up. Have a good day. You too, my man. Enjoy. One last quick question from Buddhist, of course. Would you think the best way to learn to write similar melodies to the songs I love is to transcribe them to try to use similar ideas in original songs? Yes. 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 Yes, 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 yes. And in that process, if you find something that you really like in a song, a progression or a vibe or an idea, make a song. Start with that and then build something around it. Even if you feel like, oh, I want to steal somebody else's stuff. Unless you copy every single one line for line, at the very least, the exercise is excellent, and more often than not it will change substantially. And when you get to the end process, even though you hear that similarity to the song that you were influenced by, unless you really point it out to other people, most people will have no idea. Again, unless you just like vanilla ice it and you just rip off everything except for one little ting. But that's a great idea. So the idea of finding the music you love, transcribing it, figuring out how it's made, double thumbs up, that's amazing. Yes, thank you, Pavilas, for giving us all these really good thoughts to think about with melodies and with city pop. And that's why I'm here, to have these discussions, because these are great questions, and I remember asking these all myself, and I'm just glad to be able to give back. All right, now we're on side 2. My mission is on. I want to find out who these musicians are, who's playing this music. Here we go. Side 2, Fire, Yoshimi Iwasaki, Wardrobe. Oh, yeah. Oh, I need that. Oh, man. Here we go. So good. Cats are trying to scare the birds through the window. Really playing every instrument? This is craziness. No, it has the musicians right here. This is what we need. Look at that, he did Eskiyotaka. Oh, he did Oceanside? Man, he's so good. Is this? Man, he's slapping in 1984. Look at that. Good job, Han. Han Solo called it, man. Riverside Hotel. That's of the same year as this song. We'll listen to that later. So this is like the second song on this album that's really going for this, like, Pointer Sisters. I'm so excited. Now this I don't think is as it's hard. This is totally subjective. This is, everybody has their own opinion on this. Mine is my own. I think anytime you've got most of the time, if you've got a walking, you're just doing a scale with your song, it's not for me. The only outliers. Kiss. What is it? I was made for loving you, baby. Won't you stay with me? Like that, or whatever that one is. That's not so bad. But something like this, though, where we're doing the walk up, it's just not very melodic. There's our interval. I don't know. It's just not for me. I don't think that's super good songwriting doing... Okay, here's how I can qualify it. Doing the stepped motion in equal intervals. Like, in this case, I don't know if this is eighth note or quarter note, but just going... Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. That is not as interesting to me as... Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da. Having rhythmic interludes there is more better than da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. I think that's more interesting. So that's another aspect of good melody writing. Rhythm. I can't talk. You guys know this. You watch this show for reasons unknown to me, because it's definitely not from my diction or my good looks, because I have not mustache trimmed in a while. Okay, let's keep rolling. To congratulation, singular. You got a fire. And I guess a little bit at the end of this song too. High energy-ish, yes, for sure. Congratulations. Where would these artists be? How can I find this?
Wine glassに波を立てて夜のプールサイドに出るわコングラチュレーション古い仲間のウェディングパーティー
Always got the insert. Ah, it's sold. That's the younger sister of Hiromi Iwasaki? What? My mind is blown. Oh, and they call it mellow step? Hell yeah. That totally changed. You see, this is what I'm talking about. If we define a genre, it totally changes how you think about what the music is. Yeah, if you're going for mellow step, some of those previous comments of the walking around, not so bad. I mean, those last two songs were too hyper, but the previous ones and this one, I like mellow step for this song. See, now that's stepwise, but she's adding rhythm. Da da da, length. Da 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 da. Little bit goes a long way. Okay, so that's not gonna work for us. What about this one? It's the same thing. Oh, here's our homie, Kaiokyo Plus. This is what we're listening to. Come on, homie. When did he write this? 2019, okay. For those of you who have not checked out kaiokyoplus.blogspot.com, this is our man, Jay Canuck, legend, talking about, I mean, he's just awesome. We get so much good information from him. Let's see what we got. Stuck on 50-ish pop tunes. I'm really starting to think, though, did Tetsuji play every... Now This sounds good. That's how you mix a saxophone. That sounds good. I'm gonna find these musicians, damn it. Okay, let's just see if we can find anything. Very cool song. Very cool. My frustration is palpable from not being able to find. Oh, Mamma Mia, here we go again. All right, well, since we're running low on time, let's keep this one rolling here. So this is Where Did Love Go? Please answer the phone. Ooh, this is cool.
Please answer the phone.
We're back to the double time, halftime 50s thing. What's that? Dreamy before you break my heart. Okay, fun. Oh, I'm gonna have an ad? No, I'm not. Skip them. No ads for you guys. Ooh, I like that. Okay, well, let's do it this way then. Who played on the album right before it? Somebody had to play the music in your albums, girl. Played in Ring and 8. Here we go. Oh my god, is that Fujimon? Yeah.
So please answer the phone. 私が流す涙はもうあなたの心を
That's crazy. This is a cool bass line too. Almost like nobody to know who played this music, man. Nuts. I know. Yeah, Pavilis is right. He's saying we're so close but so far. This is what we need. Is this right here? But it's just too blurry to blow up and translate. Also, this, the bottom here. I know from experience that's what these are. If I have to buy this album, I'll buy it. Let's see what we can get it for. $30. There's gotta be I bet I can find a high res. It is a good album. Save me to the album just before this. Cool. Let's look at that.
So please
Oh, these are Amy Ozaki songs?
このまま
Or no, just one. Save Me. The title song. This is so strange, man. Oh, nice little bass outro. That was tasty. You see, I want to know who did this. Who wrote all this tasty music? All right, now we got chorus work. I'm just gonna let this roll in the background here. This is a good album, man. Tetsuji Hayashi did a great job writing this. For the most part. There were a couple songs at the beginning there that just sounded like he forgot to mix them down. The saxophone sounded terrible in like the second or third song, and then nailed it in whatever it was, Congratulation or Fire, wherever he had that saxophone solo. It was sick. So that was a little odd, but what's really getting me is that there's just nothing on the musicians who played for her, except on the very first album, Ring a Ding, where it's like, all right, and who are these guys? Time 5, a Japanese ensemble. Like, okay, we can see Yoshino Fujimall, that's cool. This is one of our, I guess we've clicked on him before, Iji Arai, trombone, but we still don't have, this is there's trumpet player, but this is 4 years before this album, and then even looking through here, we can't find anything. That's just nuts. My last guess is if we can find what studio made by Canyon Records. Okay, let's see if Canyon Records had like a hard, fast studio or something. Let's see here. Canyon Records studio musicians. That can't be the same ones. Huh. There we go. Pony Canyon. This is what I'm looking for. What? Pony bought the Ultima series from Origin and the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons series. Huh. In 1986 and 1985. Huh. Music artist, thank you. This was not helpful. Video games, anime. This was also not helpful. So again, this is just crazy. You know, it's really hard to find exactly. Whoa. And not today. I'm keeping all that coffee in there. All right. So, cool. This is a nice little ballad to end out on here. It's nice. It's chill. We're cool. Yoshimi Iwasaki. Very good singer. Little sister of Hiromi Iwasaki. Very cool album. I dig it. I like it. I would say, ooh, hopefully this is Yoshino Fujimall here at the end. Because again, it's hard to... There's no credits anywhere. Well, that is tasty though. I'm going to think that's Yoshino Fujimall, and that'll make me happy. So, thank you so much for suggesting that video here. Let me find you one more time so I can say your name right. Doladodio. I can't say it. It's a whole bunch of letters. You know who you are. Thank you for the suggestion, homie. It is much appreciated. And... yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here, get some food, but then I'm going to hop back on, and I'm going to jump back over to that Kangaroo song, and I'm going to work on that for a little bit here. So, we'll be working on that. We'll be hanging out, catching up a little bit more. But until then, and if y'all, if I don't see you there, have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for hanging out. You guys are the best. I love you, and I'll catch you next time. Happy day! Oh, that's something to say.